Tom. But the main thing is, you bunch of fuckers, despite the provocation from the cavalry, no fighting. Right? No fighting. No fucking fighting. No fighting. No fucking fighting! Good. Get the fucking...
All right, listen up, guys. We got this new wrestler, Trick Williams. We're trying to separate him from his current partner, Carmelo Hayes, and we need a theme song that's really going to deliver and give him that push as a single star. What are we thinking? I brought in my boy to lay down a beat, and I'm just going to let you guys decide the rest. So why don't you drop that beat?
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm gonna tell you something straight off the motherfucking press. I ain't coming for no foolishness.
The champ is here! 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 And just to put it as nice as we can, now that we've got all of our mics sort of working, we had ourselves one hell of a night one for WrestleMania. We started out big. Big congrats goes out. If you hadn't seen WrestleMania, I don't know what the hell you were doing, but big congrats goes out to the man himself, main event Jey Uso, who managed to sit here and overcome his 0-3 record with Gunther and tap him out in WrestleMania in the middle of the ring for the World Heavyweight Championship. Big shots out to Jey Uso, the new World Heavyweight Champion. Raw's gonna look damn good tomorrow on Monday night. I keep thinking that it's Sunday because I'm old school. WrestleMania was all in one damn night. We're perfectly good with that. But let's put it as nicely as we can. Let's put it as big as we can. As I said before, we are doing this one on TikTok for the first time ever, courtesy of Bleacher Brothers. And to put it as nice as possible, it's been a bad day. My Cardinals lost. My Blues lost. My Battlehawks lost. And yet I still have a smile on my face because we can all equally, in unison, around the world, sit here and just go, four letters, one word. Yeet, yeet, yeet. We can yeet this up like there's no tomorrow. Big congrats to Jey Uso, who became World Heavyweight Champion in the best way possible. And tragically, big congrats goes out to the Boo New Day, who became World Tag Team Champions. I don't even know why I even had to mention that, but just to make them feel better, I sat here and did that one. But to put it as bluntly as we can, it got big, it got good, and to put it as nice as possible, we ain't done yet. This is only night one of WrestleMania, and it was exactly what we expected it to be. Craziest things that happened tonight. Let's sit here and just go right to it and just make it worth as while. Jey Uso defeats Gunther. New Day defeats the War Raiders. The grudge match between Jade Cargill and Naomi. Great match. Great finish. I liked it because it just basically adds on to the big one, the triple threat match tomorrow night between Rhea Mommy Ripley, between Bianca Belair, and between Io Sky for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. I feel like there's going to be a lot of shenanigans happening in that one as well. But Jade Cargill gets the win over Naomi. And of course, the werewolf, Mr. Yee. I know what I mean. Jacob Fatu defeats L.A. Knight. Yeah, not tonight. As he defeats L.A. Knight to become the new United States champion. It looked like it was a Samoan kind of night. And damn, it did feel good. It felt great. It felt amazing. But we're going to see exactly how the rest of the night goes out. We can roll with that. But El Grande Americano, which still sounds like a cup of coffee, defeated Rey Fenix. Gave Rey Fenix his first loss of the year. We go sit here. We're going to make this as crystal clear as we possibly can as we bring this over to our peoples watching on YouTube, watching on Facebook. Like I said, we all over the place on this one. But El Grande Americano defeats Rey Fenix in questionable fashion. We didn't get the unmasking that we wanted, but that will probably end up happening at WrestleMania Backlash in my backyard, in my hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. It's going to feel great on that one. We also saw Tiffany Stratton defeat the GOAT, in the women's division at least, Charlotte Flair, as she retained her WWE Women's Championship. We saw that as well. But the biggest shocker of the night, had to come with the main event. And Rockin' Reese, a.k.a. Angelo Rockins, and I actually sat here and brought this up last night during our Friday night show. We actually sat here and I brought it up because I got figured in my head. A couple weeks ago, Seth Rollins sat here and said that Paul Heyman owes him a favor. We found out what that favor was tonight, as Paul Heyman not only screws CM Punk, but also screws Roman Reigns and helps Seth Rollins defeat the Tribal Chief and the Best of the World in probably one of the most what the hell main events I could ever fit into my head. And the fact is that holy shit, what the hell is going to happen heading in to WrestleMania Night 2 tomorrow night, WrestleMania Sunday, where we have a lot of big time matches still on the slate, still on the docket. I'm actually waiting for my buddy, my bro Ham, Rocket Reese, to come and join me. Even my bro Joe Quills to sit here and actually join me as well. As I said before, we are doing something big and first time ever. We are doing this big and big time. We have, at least for tomorrow night, we have a Sin City street fight between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. These two already were beating the brakes off of each other, I believe, during the during Friday, during the WrestleMania kickoff show, we were seeing these two beat the brakes off each other, and that was basically good in itself. We also have AJ Styles taking on Mr. YouTube himself, Logan Paul, which probably explains why YouTube goes ham on a lot of other people, except for the Paul brothers, but I'm not going to go there on that one. We also got the WWE Women's Tag Team title match. Liv Morgan, Raquel Gonzalez is, I'm going to say Gonzalez because, quite frankly, this Rodriguez thing is bullshit in my eyes. Taking on Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. Quite frankly, we got ass on top of ass on top of ass on top of ass in that women's tag team title match because, let's be honest, that's going to sit here and make every single desperate house husband, sit here and run to the bathroom for about a good 5, 10, 15, 35, 45 minutes. That should be fun in itself. We also got the Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental Championship match between Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, Penta, and Dominic Mysterio. Also should be fun in and of itself because, quite frankly, we got some Steiner math at the kickoff show yesterday. Then, on top of it all, we got the triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley. Io Sky, kind of been that one that's been kind of just shoved off to the side. This should be a fun one because I feel like this will be Io Sky's match to win. And Io Sky, I feel like, will win this match just based off the fact that the other two women in this damn battle are too busy pissed off at each other. This is a Jerry Springer style cat fight that I've been looking forward to happening. And of course, the piece de resistance, the coup de grace, the main event of the evening. Cody Rhodes, John Cena. John going for number 17. Cody Rhodes looking to just send him packing, send him into his retirement, looking just like those golden years. Looking at those golden years for John Cena. This should be an intriguing ending to a already crazy out the wall WrestleMania that we've seen so far. I'm going to sit here and I'm trying to bring up NXT Stand Deliver because I know that's what a lot of people were sitting here talking about. We're going to basically be going over to our boy, Mr. Team, bringing it, Mr. Chris, because I know that he's going to be actually sitting here taking the ball and run with it. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We are going to actually go over to that one because I know there's going to be a lot of shit to be able to talk about. I just got to figure in my head I wanted to just see how this is going to work. But we'll be back on Wednesday for UFL Aftermath as we sit here and talk about the United Football League and the downfall of my boys, the St. Louis Battlehawks. And on top of that, we're going to see about the rise of the Arlington Renegades, and maybe Bob Stoops may have this thing going. Check us out on Wednesday. Thank you, CC. Love you to death. We're going to have some fun. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to jump over, but do not be surprised. We are going to come back on TikTok tomorrow night for the big one, the ending. Is John Cena going to be number 17, or has Cody Rhodes finally sent his ass to retirement? We're going to find out. All we know is that we got ourselves a good start. We're going to see if we can have a great finish. Jey Uso being World Heavyweight Champion, it's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. I actually am enjoying this one. So we're going to see how this whole TikTok thing works out. But in case you have not liked over to Bleacher Bars, go to Bleacher Bars, like, subscribe, comment, enjoy it. Check out our boys, Joe Quills. Check out our boys. Check out all our peoples as we get ready for the big one. We are going big. We are on Twitch. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We are now officially on TikTok. We're going to have a lot of fun. I thank all you who did stop through and sit here and show your love, especially my girl, CC. I appreciate that one. To say the least, we are just getting warmed up. We are just getting started. We might be back later on tonight. It just kind of depends on what channels I go through. So if you have a channel that you want me to just drop through, just say what's up, say holla, say yeet. Come at me, get at me. We go have some fun. I will see you guys pretty soon on TikTok. For our peoples over at every other side, let's get ready. Let's get ready to have some fun. And let's go and enjoy ourselves. Because let's just be honest. We had ourselves a crazy good night there. And really? You go over there with that one? Really? You were the one going ham And OG, I'm gonna be honest. You went ham on Jay Uso last night, and Jay Uso surpassed a lot of people tonight. He did. He surpassed a lot of people tonight, and I just I gotta tell you, you going a little bit hard on this one, and I'm kind of like, give me one good thing that you have about WrestleMania tonight besides your figures and everything in between. Come on, brother. Come on. You had to think of one thing tonight that actually worked out well when it comes to WWE. Because as much as I don't like Jacob Fatu, and let me tell you, I'm not his big. Actually, when you think about it, watching Paul Heyman pull the double swerve, which I believe Rock and Reese actually called on last night's show. We did kind of, and the biggest thing was we both called this one. We pretty much almost went flawless in WrestleMania Night 1. We did. So to put it as nice as possible, there is no better feeling right now at this very juncture than what we just witnessed tonight. And as much as everybody was there saying, "Oh, I do, that was so happy. I do, that was so happy," it's like, bruh, come on, let's just call it spade a spade. We saw something good tonight, and it was worth the price of admission. But as much as you have this thing of where you just think that you have all the answers and all the right ones, don't trump us there, bruh. Let's just be realistic. Let's just call it like we see it. A lot of people sat here and thought what happened tonight was not going to happen. They figured in their heads, maybe they saw CM Punk getting screwed and Roman Reigns getting the victory. Maybe they saw that, but they didn't honestly can't sit here and say that they saw Seth freaking Rollins getting the victory over Punk and Reigns with the help of Paul Heyman. Well, not everybody, in all honesty. And really, you wanted Mott's to come out there? What good would that would have done? Yeah, because if that was the case, Mott's would have probably taken out Seth Rollins. Mott's would have beaten Seth Rollins. Probably brought in Claudio. Probably brought in Marina Shafir. It would have been crazy. And I think a lot of people were probably expecting when Rollins was coming out with the thing faded to black, they were expecting that Shield. They just expecting him in the stands. That probably wasn't going to happen either, although that would have been good too. But what I can honestly tell you is we had ourselves a good night. But I believe right now on the WrestleMania post show, Jay Uso is definitely doing his thing, doing his Doug Dissel. There's no other way around it. We have something good, and as I said, I'm at that point right now where I'm actually waiting for the usual suspects to make their appearance in tonight's show, and maybe it has something to do with the fact that they tend to pop themselves up when I least expect it. But the fact that I'm not sure basically what happened with Angelo Rockins, because he and I were sitting here just going ham and going crazy and everything else during the World Championship match. Because let's be realistic, that was probably one of the best ones we had. I don't even care what my family's got to say. It was actually a pretty damn good match. Watching Jay Uso come from those humblest of beginnings to where he is now, did not see it coming up until the point of when he had tribal combat with Roman Reigns. The man was going to be a world champion eventually. And for the fact that we didn't see Ludwig Kaiser or Jimmy Uso during that match and just let them do what they do best, I'm going to be honest. It was actually pretty damn good. It was enjoyable. It was fun. And there's a way of actually putting what we actually witnessed tonight. Except I am very curious as to what we are going to see. Now, as I said before, we got WrestleMania post show going on. I want to be able to sit here and actually do like a little quick show and everything else to be able to go into what we had coming up. However, I will put this big ass announcement here, flat out, plain and simple. Tomorrow happens to be not only Easter Sunday, not only night 2 of WrestleMania, but also happens to be 420. So if you got them joints, light them up. Beautiful day to sit here and have them. I'm almost certain my ass will probably sit here and light one up for probably the first time in, I don't know, about a month or so. Who knows? But I will say this much. We're going to see exactly what turns out, what transpires. Night 2 of WrestleMania should be fun, should be epic. I'm going to give, actually, since I'm already here, and since we're already going, I might as well give a nice little recaps of the playoffs. Yes, we're talking playoffs. I'm going to talk playoffs up at this point, folks. You might as well get yourselves ready. We're going to start with the Stanley Cup playoffs. Big congrats goes out to the Winnipeg Jets who bounced back tonight, who got a big, huge come from behind victory as they beat the St. Louis Blues 5-3, coming from behind, tied the Blues, didn't take the lead, didn't get the empty netter. I'm not going to sit here and hold it against them, but at this very juncture, are we really that surprised? No, we shouldn't be that surprised. However, we should be surprised at the very fact that the Colorado Avalanche are actually beating the Dallas Stars at home 5-1 currently right now, and that game is in the third period. They're about to go up a game to none on those Stars. I feel like this is going to be fun. April 20th, 420 is going to be fun too, because we have the Devils taking on the Carolina Hurricanes, Senators taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs, and of course Minnesota Wild taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. But I already know what my OG is trying to sit here and go for, because it's what he does. It's what he does. It's good. It's fun. I'm not going to hold that against him. Let's go to the NBA playoffs. And big shockers coming out of this one all over the place. I'm going to bring this up now. I want you to pay attention to that ticker that's at the top of the screen, so that way you guys know exactly what's happening and what's going down. And let's go ahead and bring it up. In the NBA playoffs, the Indiana Pacers shock and stun the Milwaukee Bucks 117-98. In overtime, the Denver Nuggets survive and beat the LA Clippers 112-110. And another big shocker, the New York Knicks utilized a 21-0 run in the fourth quarter to beat out the Detroit Pistons 123-112. And another big shocker, 21 threes were utilized by the Timberwolves in this game, and they beat out LeBron, Luka, and the Lakers in impressive fashion. 117-95. All those teams take a 1-0 series lead heading into game 2. Then we have tomorrow, where we'll have Memphis taking on Oklahoma City. We'll have Orlando facing Boston, Miami facing Cleveland, and Golden State facing Houston in game 1 of those series. Should be a lot of fun, and when you think about it, because we know somebody's going to be rooting for the Heat. I ain't going to mention their names, but they definitely going to be rooting for the Heat in that game. Another big one, we're going to actually go to the UFL. We're just going to get this all out the way. Just call it a happy day. As we knew last night, and this one's going to pain me like there is no tomorrow. Because quite frankly, it is my team. It is my boys. I ain't gonna sit here. I want to be angry. I want to be irate, but it's just kind of one of those things where it probably ain't gonna happen. Jesus Christ! Like I said, I'm trying to make peace with what else transpired. We are going into week 4, and Obviously, yesterday, the Michigan Panthers defeat the Memphis Showboats 27-9. Today, the Arlington Renegades defeated the St. Louis Battlehawks 30-15. We don't know the status of Manny Wilkins headed into next week, but we know that the Battlehawks need to figure out what is going on because we want to win. We want to win the ship that we're so rightfully deserved. And the other big game of this one, the Birmingham Stallions defeat the Houston Roughnecks 23-16, which brings us to tomorrow, 420, night 2 of WrestleMania. On top of that, the game 1s of the NBA playoffs and Stanley Cup playoffs. Plus, we have the San Antonio Brahmas taking on the DC Defenders. We're looking to stay undefeated. The Brahmas are going to try and get their first win of the year. And no, we are not making this madness up. We are just taking this ball and running with it, and it's going to be a fun one. But let's take it up a notch. Since we're talking hockey, we talking playoffs, we talking all that is. Let's go ahead and go right to those playoff brackets as those postseason is getting ready to go into that full ass swing. Let's just call it what it is, folks. And we're going to try to get to the big one. And obviously, the AHL has a lot of stuff to sit here and go through as we get to the final stretch of the postseason for the AHL. It isn't any better than this. Bakersfield 7-2 right now over Henderson. Abbotsford over Ontario right now 4-3 with about 2.5 left in the second period. And let's just go ahead and put this one as nice as we can. This one's going to be a fun one. Oh, because this game right now is tied. We got Coachella Valley and the San Diego Gulls tied up at 4 apiece in that game. The Eagles will pretty much already have most likely locked up that top spot. They're trailing 5-3 at the end of the second period to the Tucson Roadrunners. Old school friends that got to run with it. Toronto Marlies up against Rochester, or actually beat Rochester in overtime, 3-2. And Wilkes Barre is up 3-0 over Cleveland, or actually they beat them. To say the least, we got a lot of stuff to cover. A lot of ground to cover. A lot of fun to cover. A lot of craziness to sit here and cover. And to say the least, we got some good stuff coming. Because we will have the official WrestleMania post show tomorrow night. Rocket Reese, Joe Quills will both be joining us for this one. We may even have a special appearance by Don Juan because here's how it happens to be in his backyard. We go sit here and keep it going in his backyard. We go make it good. We go make it epic. We go basically try to find out exactly what's happening, what's going on, what's going to go down. But we still got some pretty good matches. Obviously, the triple threat for the Women's World Championship will be starting up tomorrow. Tomorrow's WrestleMania. There is no stand and deliver tomorrow. NXT has run its course. We'll see what the hell happens on Tuesday. Matter of fact, now I think about it, because of the fact that we have everybody in this match, let's here go back to stand and deliver, and we'll just here and find out exactly what the hell sat here and transpired with that one. And I'm going to sit right there and bring that up. Let's see. Stand and deliver. Yep, that's the one. That's the one we want. So, let's go ahead and bring this up here and make this crystal clear for everybody. So, at least that way, they sit here and be good with all that it has been WWE today. We are all about that, and we are all about basically bringing it up. So, here is the rundown. Right at the kickoff show, Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley defeated Fatal Influence, Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, and the Meta Girls in a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Elimination match. They will face the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions on NXT. We don't know who that champion is going to be, but we already know they were watching. We know all 4 teams that are going to be facing off tomorrow are watching this one, and they know for a fact that they were going to be fun with it. Also, Ricky Saints defeats Ethan Page despite the knee injury. We have new NXT Tag Team Champions in Hank and Tank. These two jabronis These two badass, these boys, they all about that meat. And yes, Booker T, we paid attention to how your intro went in the NXT kickoff show. We just basically have this for you there, you dumb son of a bitch, because quite frankly, you really is the epitome of a sucker. But that's still come tomorrow night. We also have Sol Ruka, who actually defeated 5 other women, glorious women, to win the vacant NXT Women's North American Championship. Sol Ruka with a trifecta of Soul Crushers. No, guys, we're not talking about those Soul Crushers, but you guys know what the hell we're talking about. They actually sat here and won that damn thing, and she actually got that thing done. And oh my goodness. Oh, hello, guy. Ladies and gentlemen, my boy has brought the mitts. He's brought the fun. Apparently, I went past the 30 minutes that we were going to go in. We already did a nice little TikTok one. That one didn't come out very well because I had the headset on. But here's what I do know. We have Angelo Rockins in the building, who is probably, I'm pretty sure you're probably drunker than I am, which works out well. It's okay, because I'm still trying to catch up to you.
Cap, all I gotta say is like, this whole Saturday, and it was something else. And I also want to give a shout out to, first of all, the crew on Stand and Deliver, who got it hot and popping like early in the morning.
Every sense of the word, as is the nicest way I can put it. Because I have not seen Stand and Deliver yet. I haven't seen a completion Stand and Deliver, but I plan to. Yeah. When basically everything's all said and done, we're done off the show. I'm probably going to sit here and I'm going to watch. I watched up to about the point when it was about to be D'Angelo Family versus Dark State, so I have some catching up to do.
Yeah, but I gotta say this: congratulations, my girl Soul, the Soul snatching the gold on that one. Also, my man Ricky say it's Pretty Ricky, what they call him, if you know, folks. Yeah, still the champ right there. But man, we had like betrayals galore this Saturday. I mean,
did we not call this? We called this.
Roxanne Perez in the countdown show walks out on Cora Jade, and payback's bitch there, Cora. Yeah. Then we got that one, but then we'll go to Mania. Did we get to the main event yet?
Oh, we haven't got. Oh, we already talked a little briefly about the main event, but
yeah,
I bet I want to go into the main event.
Yeah.
You know what we gotta do.
Yeah.
You know what we gotta do. We might as well just go and get it done now, because now we got everybody in.
Yep.
Now we got everybody in the party. All we gotta say is 4 letters, 1 word.
Yeet. Man, and championships galore changing hands too, because Jey Uso.
We called this.
No longer. Yep.
We called it. We said this last night. Everything that happened tonight, I feel like we actually called. Almost straight up down the middle. We were better than any special guest referee pretty much in night 1 of WrestleMania.
Yeah, I say it was like, that was a cool image, seeing Jimmy rocking out to him. I probably know that the family's going up there. Well, actually, yeah, not to mention, not the only member of the I Via family gets gold. Jacob Fatu, that Samoan werewolf, the new United States champion.
Let me see. Let's actually say this right for my people in California and my people in Sacktown. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm calling.
Oh, true. By the way, I do gotta say though, that one spot with when Jacob went for the moonsault, that LA Knight countered it to hit the BFT. Yo,
wow!
That was
smooth. Was like beyond like what?
And I was about to say a shout out for Wade for catching it right on the fly, man, because I was like, I needed the replay to see it because.
I got to give Wade Barrett this much. He did add some flavor to this one. Yes, Pat McAfee and I are still at. I'm coming to this point where I still want to choke him like a Smurf, but at this very juncture, for him to sit here and just yeet it up with me as we are both watching this, I'm almost certain. I'm pretty sure I would have had the cops called on me at my house if if my neighbors happened to be there or they were there, but probably didn't understand what the hell was going on because all they heard was yelling and all they heard was yeeting. That's all they heard. They heard in my household as Jey Uso. Pretty much, I'll be honest. We said this one. We said this one pretty much on the pre-show last night. If they didn't sit here and actually put that strap on Jay, we would have looked at them like, the fuck are you thinking? I get the whole thing, but come on, put that thing on him.
Yeah, but I was about to say this though. But now Jay gonna have to really do some work on this one because, yeah.
Because.
All right, and now the voice is going to get louder, man. And Jay, I know you're an emotional dude. I understand because I know how you feel, but I was like, we need that more confident sounding Jay on promos. Number one. But as far as the in-ring goes, I say, like, Jay, you definitely bring it. You definitely brought it when you had to tonight. And tonight was definitely a night you had to bring it. And I gotta say, the entrance, with what was with the DJ and the Raiderettes was like, which by the way, like I said, the closest that the Raiders are going to get to a world championship anytime soon.
Hey!
Sorry, Damon, if you're watching. Yeah, but anyway. But Jay had the entrance to like light it up. Let me see what else I want to go off on this card. I admit, New Day now 12-time champs. That's all that one coming. Jade. Oh, there was another spot with her. The spot where she caught Naomi and then caught her in midair off the top rope and then speared with that jackhammer. That was excellence right there. And I told you, we's going to see Trinity in this match. Not Naomi. We saw Trinity because beforehand they would have messed that. Because if this had been just like first run Naomi, that spot would have been botched.
True.
This run Naomi, about as smooth as you deliver it. Oh yeah, I already talked about it.
Here's what it comes down to this one.
Yeah.
This was almost like a builder because we have the triple threat match for the women's championship starting up tomorrow's. And the fact is that we're going to throw another one out there. What if Jade and Naomi hash out their shit and they decide that Bianca is the reason of why they're feeling the way they're feeling, and they decide to screw Bianca out of the women's title tomorrow?
I can at least see one of them screwing her out of it because Naomi gonna.
I see them both. Because if we go back to SmackDown, there was the moment of when Bianca got in between them.
Yep, and then Jade was like, you gotta protect her now? And I was like, ooh.
So, there was that one. But, please explain to me why we have to literally hear about the New Day on Monday night. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I was expecting Big E to come out for this one, but apparently they put that on the back burner. Big E was there.
Yep.
Big E was there. Put him to good use, damn it. Put his ass in this. Damn.
I'm starting to wonder if the more I'm starting to think about it, I'm wondering if there is some truth right now that he still ain't nowhere close to being cleared right now because
even if he wasn't 100% clear.
I was like, what would you? Yeah, because even if you did it,
We
like,
had the same thing with Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson many moons ago.
true.
So
But at
even if
least
he's
they like
not
smart to
100%
keep
clear,
Danielson away from this one.
if he's not 100% cleared, makes that point where the music hits. He comes out there and just
Just causes like a distraction. Is there? Yeah,
drop the ball on this with WBE.
yeah. But I'm thinking more. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it would hurt worse now that New Day are the champions
Of
because
course,
it's
it's going to
like,
hurt him.
nah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, okay, all right, you let them win the titles, but then save Big E for the night that they lose them.
From where I'm standing on this one, you got the Raw after Mania. We all know how that turns out. We all know how that goes.
Yeah, well, how it used to go, like the last couple of years, kind of, yeah.
True,
But I
true.
digress. Yeah,
But then we have the big one. We had obviously my watch is a little off here, but it feels like it's
Tiffy
maybe
time.
it's dead. It feels off. Is it Tiffy time?
It sure was. And I gotta say, that wasn't the only thing that was off. Because, all right, I want to be proud of for Tiffany for getting the win this one.
Go ahead.
But, yeah.
I feel
This
a
match
butt
was
coming
off.
on.
Yeah.
I feel a butt coming on with you.
That's because there is. Dude, there was something heavily off with this match because Charlotte didn't even look close to being smooth in this one. Number one. Two, I'm trying to figure out what spot did Tiffany catch Charlotte's knee brace in because I didn't even notice till I got like a real good close up. Like her mouth was bloodied for half of that match. And it was like I've seen Tiff for the short while Tiffany's been in action, she's had way smoother matches than what happened tonight. Charlotte, you could count her really sloppy matches on one hand. And that's even counting her NXT career. Like, I think there's something deeper between these two than I think either one of them are aware of because, yeah, that match was nowhere close to a WrestleMania worthy matchup. Like what was executed anyway. But still, I'll say this that Tiffany, congratulations. Still, regardless.
We have seen matches where it just kind of feels like some things have been happening, some things have been going down, and things don't go the way they're supposed to.
Yeah.
But this one, we got what we wanted, which is Tiffany Stratton getting that win. And forgive me if you hear the hiccups, just because of the fact that, well, it's Saturday night and I feel like fighting.
So, yeah. Yeah. Also, yeah. Speaking of hiccups, yeah, WWE. You just brought in Ray Phoenix and you had him lose.
God, I mean,
yeah, Grande El Chad Americano.
I'm more stuck on the fact that we were expecting the mask to come off and it didn't happen, and the fact that all that transpired is like you should have restarted that match right out of the gate. Because the fact is that unless this Starbucks coffee version of Chad Gable comes out tomorrow, this thing is a slap this thing is a slap in the face when it comes to when I'm thinking about this. When it comes to everything that has transpired for, for luchador, lucha
Yeah.
libre, Mexican wrestling.
And especially after y'all just announced earlier today that on the kickoff show that WWE and AAA now yeah, WWE just purchased AAA, and then they're gonna have the Worlds Collide event in June.
Which is ironic because wasn't AAA with AEW a long time ago?
Yes, they were.
And didn't AEW just surpass WCW as far as longest
For
running?
Nitro, yeah.
I mean, I'd love to be able to sit here and actually feel bad for this situation, but the fact is that you let a white guy beat probably one of the best luchadors in the world. And unfortunately, it's not. Nope. Reese, I'm gonna go old school for you. Because you remember when we did the radio show
Yep,
where they had a little horn that went, "Thank you." This
yep.
at this very point, thank you, fuck you, because that's where I'm standing on this one. You you just disrespected the luchadors, and maybe it's because of the fact that I'm still sober that's throwing me off, or maybe it's because of the fact that I haven't sat here and yeeted enough. Maybe I need to yeet some more. Could
Yeah,
be. I don't know.
yeah. Could never have enough of the eating. But
Yeah, yeet it.
yep,
Yeet heavy.
yeah. Just eat it, eat it, cause
No
Gunther
one.
got defeated.
Yeet.
There,
So
that's how we do it, folks.
we get to night two,
Yep,
and we already know we got some big ones. So
yep. But before they get excited, can I get my takes on the main event though? First of all,
I was hoping we
Seth
were going to avoid
Rollins.
that one.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
first of all, Seth Rollins coming out, pulling a reverse Shawn Michaels. Yeah, going for the black to the white. If y'all remember, if y'all know, you know. But
If you
yeah,
know, you know.
that was
You
good.
know
Um, CM Punk, please stop bringing Living Color to WrestleMania. Yeah.
what?
Hey, I was about to
What?
say, 0-2. I'm just saying. There's a,
But still, though, it was actually a good performance.
it was well, yeah, it was better than the one at 29. But I was like, but still, yeah, Punk, yeah, that's like massive fact. Come to think about it, they, you know what? It's about as bad as Triple H with Motorhead. Yeah, because see, they are 0-2 as well. But I digress. Yeah.
Are you watching the post show right now?
No, I'm not.
The only reason I'm asking is because I have at least one ear free,
Yep.
and that's exactly what the hell they're talking about right now.
What? They're talking about Punk and Living Color. Yeah.
No, they're talking about
Oh, sad. Oh,
they're talking about the main event.
yeah.
And I'm being
But
realistic.
yeah.
I actually liked the performance. I just expected it to go longer.
Yep.
Like when his ass was up here like this, and
Yeah.
there's no music. Like, keep going, you shit.
Oh, and speaking of music, yeah. By the way, thank you WWE for bringing back this Fire Burns for the lead up into it. Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Mass Effect. You know what? I was kind of hoping there'd be a little bit of a mashup between the two, but maybe we still got a night two. But yeah, man, Punk, Roman, Seth lived. Not only y'all lived up to the hype, damn it, y'all surpassed it. And I had to say, like this match on so many levels, like it exceeded expectations for me in this one. And Of course, lo and behold, Paul Heyman used sneaky genius you.
No, 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 no.
Because,
Call it. Call it. Say it. Say it
yep,
right. Say it right.
yep. Wait a minute. I would have wanted, and actually somebody just brought up an interesting question now. With Punk, he's his best friend. With Roman, he's the wise man. With what is he now? If Seth's the Messiah, does that make Paul the disciple or something, or
No.
a follower?
What that
Or
makes Paul Heyman is the revolutionary,
yep,
the visionary.
yep,
He is that guy
yep,
because, as has been proven, he's already said he's the reason why Rollins, Reigns, Mott's, they're the reason why they're there. This is just him just fulfilling his own prophecy.
yep. And then not to mention Seth, Seth Rollins. Well, he didn't just give a prediction; he gave a spoiler
That
because
should that, that
yeah,
right there should have been like the foreshadowing for everybody who did not think that Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins were basically ending that evening.
yeah,
That should have been it right there.
yeah, and because the moment he brought up that time when Solo and Elma left, or Roman left, and then Solo and Jacob and Talma like all put Heyman through the table, and that neither Punk nor Roman were there to save him. Yep, that yeah, that like really tied that in for the situation right there, and then to see first of all how this played out. Heyman sliding the chair to Punk, and then yeah, and then low blowing Punk right there, and then he gets Roman into a false sense of security, and then Punk starting to or Roman starting to hit Punk with the chair. Then Heyman turns him around and notices Seth, and then Seth hits him. And then right before he goes to hit Seth, Heyman with the low blow number 2, and then just hands Rollins the chair. And then, of course, Rollins reenacting WrestleMania 31, pinning Roman again. Yeah. So that's, yeah, so Seth's undefeated against Roman at WrestleManias.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa,
The Monday Night Messiah is back.
whoa.
Yeah. And damn, on the 10-year anniversary of the heist of the century, Seth Rollins sticks it to Roman Reigns again.
Which is ironic because what was it, last Monday or last Friday? Or actually it was last Monday, yeah. The chair shot her around the world. And then at WrestleMania, the heist of the century revisited. It is one of those seasons where if you were dissatisfied with WrestleMania tonight, find the nearest bridge and jump off the sumbitch. Because even as picky as we are, because we're both picky, this was actually a damn good show. I'm actually going to give night 1 of WrestleMania 9 out of 10 stars. And no, I'm sorry. It will not be a perfect 10. Not this time. However, from what I'm hearing about Stand Deliver, because a lot of people were sitting here chatting about it with me on TikTok, they're not here.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yep.
When it comes down to is that when I'm looking at this scenario, is that what we saw was quite possibly exactly a full circle.
Yep.
Paul Heyman was the reason why the Shield was brought in the first fucking place.
Yep.
He's always been basically a Paul Heyman guy. So everything that circumvented tonight, what he did to the wise man, I am all for it. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm actually all for it. And while I'm sitting here looking at this whole scenario and everything that happened, did we not say this would happen?
We did because, like I brought up, Seth pretty much told. Yeah, Seth pretty much told the catalyst of why he shouldn't, like why Heyman shouldn't side with either one of them. Because, like I said, you think back to Punk laying out Heyman after the first time when Paul cost him Money in the Bank. You got that, and then of course how when Roman first joined Heyman, and then all the times he kept disrespecting him, and it's like wise man, and then like he literally kicked Paul out of the bloodline, and then only to bring him back on the ruse. So it's like, yeah, Seth pretty much knew where to play on Paul's senses and where to really attack Punk and Roman. And hey, just like just like a true architect, Seth designed the perfect plan.
I mean, to be fair, it worked.
Hey, that's why I said it was a perfect plan. Hmm.
As much as people want to sit here and they want to go ham on it,
Yep.
I mean, shit, it worked.
Yep.
That's what people haven't figured out by now is that what we saw tonight was exactly what we expected to see when it comes to this one, because this was something that we have talked to people about it. We sat here and gone ham on them about it. We have done everything we can to try to give people what they wanted. And the fact that they actually did give exactly what they wanted. This is kind of like the John Cena thing all over again. What's up, Mickey?
Hey, Mick.
But it's kind of one of those things where, like, did we not see this shit coming? Did we not sit here and warn people? Did we not tell them ahead of time this could happen? What we saw tonight? And then this just brings new meaning to what happens tomorrow night. Somebody actually pulled the question of, are we going to see a double swerve? And I actually am curious about that. Can we see that Cody Rhodes we saw at the tail end of AEW? Maybe. Nothing is left out of bounds now with the very fact of what we saw tonight in night one. This is just night one. And something that Jay had sat here and said when he was trying to debate on who he was going to pick to go after at Royal Rumble. It's either I'm going to be holding up the titles with you, or I'm going to go after yours. As you can tell, I'm ready. But however, my colleague needs a power nap.
No, but actually, I got a theory for you now.
All right.
Man, who's to say that either Cody or Cena is going to leave WrestleMania as champion tomorrow?
What, we think we're going to have Heist of the Century 2.0?
Possibly.
I mean, we already had it. I mean, we had this tonight, right?
To an extent, but let me go to where I'm really going with this one. Because, do you remember who Rock called the MVP of last year's WrestleMania?
No, I actually don't, because that was last year's WrestleMania. Yeah. But
I'll tell you what, it was that visionary, that revolutionary,
that man, that myth, that legend, that back then they didn't want him. Now high holes all on him. Yes, we go Mac Jones on that ass.
Yo.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Yep.
I like it.
And,
But here's
and not to mention, he already took care of one WrestleMania problem, namely Roman. And not to mention, he also got a victory in Punk's first main event, too, which he didn't want Punk to even have in the first place. But here's where I'm also going.
okay.
Do you remember somebody that Seth has never beaten since his comeback?
I do believe that would be Cody. That would be Cody Rhodes and also Ezekiel, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah.
We're going to sit here and bring Ezekiel. We're going to bring Ezekiel in this. Hell, Elijah might even be in this damn thing. Or, hell, who was it? Kevin Owens sat here and said? I'm trying to remember. No, I'm going to have to go back in time on that, but I can't play the clip because obviously you got Paul sitting here going crazy, and we're not going to sit here and go there on that. But I will say this much: we got a big party coming. We got night 2.
Because we got a street fight to look at. We've got a 4-way Intercontinental title.
Yep.
We got women's tag team titles. So, which, by the way, now we got to see who Lyra's
G.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Sorry, Wes, you're an ass, but damn, it was a good. It was a good burn.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And of course, now we got to see who's going to be replacing Bailey after she got taken out.
But here's the other biggest thing. Gigi and Tatum, if I'm not mistaken, happen to be also in another 4-way.
Yeah, they won on the countdown.
And they happen to be in another one with TNA's Rebellion.
Yep.
Since WWE's all about basically trying to do the whole thing that we didn't expect to happen, but has happened. We know for a fact that they have TNA Rebellion where they have a shot at bringing the TNA titles to WWE, which in itself is going to be fun. But we got a lot of crazy shit when it comes to WWE and TNA right now, and we still haven't heard from him.
Yep.
And you know which him I'm talking about.
Yep.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. And
I mean,
I believe so.
You believe so? Are you sure you don't know? Because we don't. I don't want you to just go with this whole crazy impression that you might know but don't know.
Yeah. What do you just want me to?
What do you believe could transpire tomorrow night?
Do you want me to say his name and he'll appear?
I feel like you just need to. You just need to just like. Just because of the fact that we have all this old school stuff going, and because of the fact that we love this shit, let it rip.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause you love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico.
Oh, wait a minute.
Say I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I just thought of something.
What?
If he's Randy Orton's opponent tomorrow night.
Oh, snap! I didn't think about that. Oh. Wait. See, because I mentioned to you earlier, because we know Malachi Black is slated to return to WWE.
Yep.
But
and it's also him. Where
think about it. What if it is?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Vegas.
I believe in Joe.
Yo, Vegas will lose their shit if that happens.
I kind of feel like Vegas needs to lose their shit because let's be realistic.
Yep.
The most over talent with everything, WWE, TNA, AEW, does not matter. The most over talent in professional wrestling is Joe Hendry.
Yep.
The fact that
yeah.
he, this is the nicest way I can put it. I think WrestleMania needs a little fever. They need that fever, and the only prescription is more Joe Hendry.
Yep.
Yeah, I will do that. I will do that all day.
Especially if he has some cowbell with him. I'm just saying.
I mean, it is Vegas, and I'm pretty sure you can get a cowbell from any strip club. I think I actually got a cowbell from a strip club. I think my ex has it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to debate on that. Don't you still have that cowbell from that one nightclub we had in Vegas, or did you?
I was about to say that the only cowbell I ever got was I actually found the one that Christopher Walken used on Saturday Night Live.
So you got the wait, so I got this right. You got my cowbell.
I had it at one point. Well, I had it at one point in time, but then I gave it back. So
you gave my cowbell back to somebody on the strip.
I gave it back to you. No, I gave it back to you, Craig.
I'm gonna need you to
I gave it back to Farrell. I forgot.
I'm gonna need you to go back to the strip and see if you can find said cowbell. I'm gonna need you to see if you. I'm gonna see if you can sit here and find my cowbell, so that way I can feel warm and tingly right now in the deep inner yeetness of me, so I can feel as yeet them as Pat McAfee. Do you think you can pull off for your brother? Can you get? Yeah, it's like it's like I have that fever, and the only prescription for that cowbell is not just that cowbell, but also more yeeting.
Yeah. All right. What was his name? Oh, Gene Frankel. That's who it was.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get? I can also tell you, I got that good. I got that good happy ending, and it was courtesies of Frankie Beverly and Mays. I got that happy. I got that happy feeling. It's and despite the fact that my boy Angelo Rockets decided to sit here and pull a DIY and steal my cowbell and then give it to somebody who is on a strip. I'm gonna feel good just knowing that maybe tomorrow night we can go ham, go crazy, do what we do best. And I'm hoping that my fever sits here and just wears itself off. I'm hoping it wears itself off there, Mickey. I promise you that. I'm gonna do what I can on that one.
Yeah.
That was probably the worst Christopher Walken I've ever done in my life. I don't know. I'm sorry, Chris. You're my dude, but I'm sorry.
Yep. But I'd say
asshole.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, I thought that was actually pretty good. I was like, I can't even do a Christopher Walken impression, so.
I'm trying. I try what I do. I do what I do best. I'll do the rest of the show and Christopher Walken if I need to, but I feel like I need to just channel my inner Lee Corso in honor of the man retiring. So I will try my best on that one. I'm gonna try my best on that one. Or in any cases, I will find my best Kevin Hart and Bernie Mac.
Yep. Yeah, I was about to say, if anything, you know what? Mick, I wonder how you know about that there, Mickey.
Whoa. Don't ask questions you don't have what the answers to.
Yeah.
Snap, Mickey, don't say a damn word about it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Exactly. So,
Anyways,
are we ready to talk about night 2, Sunday night
yeah.
in our all-iron system? Let's get it.
So let's start first. Well, since we got, of course, Women's World Championship. Jeans to the Sky, Io Sky defending the Women's World title against the Eradicator Rhea Ripley and the EST Bianca Belair. And I'm gonna tell you what, that as much as they're playing up the storyline of Io being here's the funny thing about this story is that as much as Bianca and Io, or excuse me, Bianca and Rhea have been kind of treating Io as the afterthought.
Yep.
Hey ladies, between the two of you, how many wins have y'all had against Io in singles matches? Because I'm getting a number in mind right now, and hold on, it's coming. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right, 0. Yeah. So, yeah, and if I was, and matter of fact, if I was on creative, I'd be, if I was Io, I'd be bringing that up every chance I get.
That would be good.
Um,
And here's probably why I'm actually picking Bianca Belair for this one. I love Mommy. Don't get me wrong.
uh,
Mommy, I love you. I ain't gonna be like Dom and sit here and just lead you astray. However, let's be realistic here. Io Sky has been pretty much considered just this one and just cast to the side. I like Io Sky in this situation, but do not be surprised if you see Bianca Belair. And just for the sake of argument, I'm gonna pull a bigger swerve. What do you think will happen if Jade, Naomi, and Bianca sat here and left with Bianca holding that Women's World Championship? Just putting that out there.
yeah,
We've seen Bianca as a badass, as a heel, way back in her early days of
yeah,
NXT, and she was damn good at it. Jade, we've seen as a heel. Naomi, probably doing her best work as a heel right now. Do not be surprised if we actually see that tomorrow. My money is on EO, but do not be surprised if you see Bianca Belair sit here and actually, well, what's the best word? Break mommy's heart. But, buddy, it is still one season where Buddy might want to go ahead and make sure he doesn't get another sunburn because she might just,
saying yeah,
you know,
What's
we've seen it, you know.
yeah, yeah. I'm picking Io with this one too because, like I said, there's only so many times you can disrespect a woman, especially when she is the champion.
True.
It's like, yeah, yeah, and I would tell you this, yeah, yeah. Japanese women are not women you want to piss off. Yeah, because and Io's shown why. Because she will do some, because she'll show, she will smack the shit out of you. She's done it to Bianca a couple of times. She's done it to
Yeah.
Rhea a couple of times as well. Hell, better be lucky this ain't a War Games match because we all remember how Io gets in War Games.
War Games! Sorry.
But
Sorry, you took me back on this one.
yeah, but yeah, I'm sorry. Io's been pushed one time too many, and well, in this case, pie faced one time too many by Bianca Area, and yeah, just like the saying goes, she mad as hell and she ain't gonna take it anymore, and she gonna show she don't know karate. She may not know karate, but she knows crazy. All right. Let's see. Next match.
Yeah,
Let's
who we
keep
got?
it golden, shall we? Of course, Intercontinental Championship. Braun
Oh,
Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor, and since you brought him up, even though I know you're trying to avoid bringing him up. Dominic Mysterio.
You know what? I think I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna actually take this up against someone who actually can kind of help us with this one because, quite frankly, it's kind of it. I'm more of a history buff, not a math guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan. I mean, yes, I hated math. I fell asleep during math. My son
Yeah,
sleeps through
I
math.
think I have
My
a 100.
son sleeps through math. My daughters sleep
I
through
think I
math.
have a 141 and 2/3% chance idea of where you're going with this one.
You sure about that?
Well, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at Sacrifice, you got a 33 and a third chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning at Sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning if we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 and 2/3%. I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at Sacrifice. See, but I'm gonna.
I mean,
It's still the greatest.
it's Stunner map is a beautiful thing.
And the crazy thing is, he actually added it correctly.
And the craziest part is that
Yeah.
I sat here. I heard Braun's Stunner map at the kickoff show yesterday. I see no errors. I'm not even. There's not even a remainder in that math problem. That's what gets me the most. I like Braun in this one because it is his first one. Braun is a certified badass. I like him in this, and the fact is that the numbers in the words of his dad, in the words of his uncle, the numbers don't lie, and they all spell doom for all three of those jabronis at WrestleMania. Now I think about it, I'm gonna have to sit here. I'm actually gonna sit here and grab the calculator from my phone. I'm gonna see if I can try to figure out exactly how accurate he was. No, I'm not even gonna do that.
I didn't even do that, but you know
Come on.
what?
Come on.
You know how sportscasters jinx is often working wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah, I noticed they brought up something. Yeah, as a matter of fact, and actually, I could tie this back to the New Day match. That yesterday, that like tonight, they mentioned Woods was 0-6 at WrestleManias. Yeah, and then surprise, surprise, look who got the pin, Woods. Yeah, and let's see if I do my math right. Dominic's 0-3 at WrestleMania, which they've now brought up.
No. They would not do that to us. They would not put that strap on this asshat. No.
Oh, yes, they would.
No.
Oh, especially if you want to tease how quickly Finn's going to get kicked out of Judgment Day. And remember, who's the one who's been wanting the Intercontinental Championship? Yeah.
No.
As much as I don't like doing it, yeah, I see WWE pulling this trigger somehow, just because they need that moment to actually piss Vegas. So, although, like,
Did they not? Oh, wait. Did Vegas not get pissed off enough tonight watching Wiseman
yeah,
bitch slap
his best friend,
tribal chief, his best friend, aka best in the world, for the revolutionary, the visionary, Mister Separate Rods. Like, did Vegas not get pissed off enough? You think they didn't get enough?
They were shocked about. Well, some people are actually were cheering for that one because, but
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
that's crazy, folks. But
Shit.
no, I mean the really, really, really pissed off where there ain't a single person in the audience cheering, and I'm like, if any one person can do that grief, it would be Dominic.
Okay. So even worse than El Grande Americano,
I,
aka the star, the newest Starbucks coffee. Even worse than him.
uh,
Gracias.
yeah, that well, Dominic's had this type of heat for like a longest time. It was like with him, it comes natural,
This is
and hell,
actually true.
yeah, and not to mention, it's bad when your own sister like even complains that you're an asshole. Well, Dominic was a joke.
You know what? I'm gonna let you get it all out your system. I'm gonna let you get it out your
Yeah,
system. Nope. Get it out your system. Get it
all
all
right.
out. Get it all
Nah,
out. Get it all about Dom. Get it all
yeah,
about Dom. Damn it. No. It's all you. Next 5 minutes is all you.
yeah. Well, because like when Michael Cole's literally been like blasting Dominic every chance he's got on commentary, and I think like half of them comments are actually legitimate. McAfee even goes off on him. Let's see. Balor. Yeah, like I said, even though he's kind of acting like the unofficial leader of Judgment Day, we usually see what happens when people are tired of the people taking charge in Judgment Day. Saw Edge, saw Damien, seen it free him. There you go. Yeah, Finn, you're next. And ironically, Finn should be the one who knows this story better than anybody, considering he was the one that helped kick Edge out of Judgment Day. But I digress. But if you really want this to stick, you have Dominic pin Finn to get the forward and leave Braun and Penta out of the pin. That's that. All right, let's see. Which match do I want to go to next? Well, the
Oh, what
capitane's.
the? Oh, wait.
Yep.
No, I gave you 5 minutes. I got to
Yeah.
figure my
Oh no,
minutes.
I got it all. Oh no, I got it all out. So
Okay. All right. Who's next? Because
yeah.
we still have the big giant $1 million question of,
Okay.
as much as we went down the card for tomorrow night, there's
Yep.
a match that's missing from
Yep.
this card. And
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, how is this match not on this card? Because we're either going to see, we have four options,
Yep.
or we have four options when it comes to this one. And this is in regards to Randy Orton.
Yep.
Um, we're talking about, we're going to see the return of Malachi Black, which apparently he posted up on Instagram that he is in Vegas.
Yeah.
Hint.
I
We
think
also
he.
have Nick
So,
Aldis, who possibly could take off the suit and actually step in that damn ring because
national treasure.
he wants that.
Yep.
We also have this third X Factor, and I'm not sure who this is going to be, but I know that there is another certain superstar who is in Vegas as well, who could possibly sit here and pose as the guy that goes in there with Randy Orton, and
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, but he's has history with him, and of course there is him.
Yeah. But wait a minute. But who's the other person? Well, besides that champion, but in Aldis in Black. Wait a minute. Would this be a certain man, an international superstar, perhaps?
International superstar.
Yeah.
You have. It seems like you have somebody in your head just as much as I do.
Yeah, because hold on. I may want to check my calendar here because it seems like not only is WrestleMania Sunday also Easter, but it might be, and it's appropriate since their color commentator is on TNA. It might be Rusev Day.
I almost forgot about Rusev Day. I almost forgot about Rusev Day because, ironically enough, the person I was thinking would have been, well, this guy.
Uh, uh, oh, bro. Yeah, but I know, like, given his history at WWE, I was like, yeah. Although that would have made more sense, though, because it is 420.
Because the craziest part is that Randy
And
Orton's
he
match
lives in
is on
Vegas.
420, and Randy Orton has already pretty much made it clear that he partakes
Yeah.
as much as everybody else. So why not be the return of Riddle?
Or a man who coined 420.
As much as I want it to be Rob Van Dam, and don't get me wrong, I all the respect in the world for Rob Van Dam.
Yeah.
I've seen Rob Van Dam's wife. She do not want him to take that RKO.
Oh,
You see you see Rob Van Dam. You see Rob's wife.
yeah.
There are some things you don't want to do when you have eye candy like that.
Yeah. But as I say, if he takes the arcade, actually, yeah, that'll give him a couple of days. That'll give him a couple of days bed rest. And I was about to say, if you know, have a
I
couple
mean,
days bed rest.
it could be Shane, it could be Stephanie, hell, it could be Vince. We could see a return of Vince McMahon at this very juncture. This is how big this match. I feel like this match will have that hype that people go with because nobody knows who the hell is going to actually throw it to that plate. Hell, we can even see Glorious. Even though
Yeah.
he ain't wrestling anymore, he's retired. We have so many opportunities, so many options when it comes to Randy Orton being in his 20th WrestleMania. See, you
I
just got it
thought
out
of-
of your head. Who?
I-
Who? Say it.
Be an appropriate person, considering two of his last WrestleManias were against the Wyatts. I was about to say, can you imagine if Bo wound up being? Well, it is Wyatt 6 persona, of course. Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah. So, howdy, Uncle Howdy.
I actually wouldn't mind seeing that one just because I want to see, because I know Randy's probably going to follow in John Cena's footsteps as far as retiring with this probably before this year is over because he enjoys being a family man. He enjoys actually being married and being with his family and everything else. He wants to be able to actually have all that time. And I see this one being one of those things of where next year's Hall of Fame is probably going to include Cena and Orton, if nothing else, because when it comes down to it, if you go way back to the SmackDown versus Raw games, the biggest rivalry on this thing was not Batista versus Cena; it was Cena versus Orton. So I see that happening. But when I'm looking at this one, if you're going to have Randy Orton in his 20th WrestleMania, his 20th, and I believe John Cena is competing in his 20th WrestleMania as well. Make it count. Make it big. Make it to the point of where, of all things, we all remember the crazy moments from Randy. We remember the stupid, which honestly led to probably the best meme ever, which is DIY trying to pull Tommaso Ciampa trying to pull RKOs out of nowhere, which I can promise you, I will guarantee this. I don't give a damn if WWE don't like it. I don't give a damn if Facebook or YouTube don't like it. Bank on this. I will do a clip of Tommaso Ciampa fucking up the out of nowhere, the RKO, tomorrow night. Because quite frankly, I have nothing better to do.
Yep.
But
Man, there's like so many. Yeah, there's like so many options, but
right?
yeah, yeah. But I know like two people it won't be because they'll be a little busy in a street fight. Of course,
Oh.
it'd be a Damien Priest, Drew McIntyre.
All right. Really? I'm sorry. What did you do, JV? I'm only gonna show the picture. I'm not gonna play it, but I'm gonna just show you the picture. And you can sit here and you can enlighten me on your thoughts on said picture. This one actually just got brought up on my damn YouTube. So I'm gonna let you sit here and see it for yourself.
Hmm.
And the
Oh,
music behind it, apparently, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go listen to this music when we go off the air in just a couple of minutes. But we still have some matches we have to go through,
yeah.
so I figure we want to get those
Wow.
out of the way now. But I figured you wanted to see that for yourself.
Yeah. I can imagine right now, but
Oh Lord, I can't.
sure. But anyways, yeah, Damien Priest, Drew McIntyre, Sin City Street Fight, and considering how Priest has pretty much been involved in the downward spiral that Drew's been feeling for parts of the last year. Yeah. Oh, you can tell that Drew's going to have some animosity, to, and that's putting it nicely, to let go of. Because, yeah, Drew, yeah, Drew's going to be like a horror movie victim because Damien, he knows what you did last WrestleMania. And then on top of that, then you beat the man in his country, although CM Punk played a big part in that one. Then you
True.
eliminate the man at the Royal Rumble. Then you pin the man and make him the first person eliminated in the Elimination Chamber. Yeah, I was about to say, Drew's going to have some receipts for you, Mr. Priest. Yeah,
But if we're sitting here looking at this one, we're talking about a guy who has been juice screwed and tattooed in regards to Damian Priest. You lost the world championship because of your best friend. Damian, you got Drew McIntyre running around here with a necklace that is symbolic to you on top of this now. And this guy has been showing up at contract signings, talking about how he was right about everything. Drew, I would be better bad news, but you're kind of shit. I actually like to see Damian Priest sit here and finish this damn thing off. I don't want him to sit here and erase that questionable cash in as Drew McIntyre says it. Yes, no shit. Damn it, Uncle Chuck.
yeah.
I swear, I hate my uncle sometimes.
Good.
We're having fun. Enjoy it. Embrace it. You were probably sitting here checking out some of that dark eye candy. I know you in the mood for that damn dark chocolate. Don't you lie.
So,
But
what was it?
I
Well,
like Damian
I
Priest.
almost forgot. I almost forgot one thing. I forgot. I don't know how I forgot. I'm the one that gave Drew the Steam name. Also, let's not forget Priest also sending Drew through the windshield, and yes, it was real glass, and turning him into Snake Plissken. Yeah.
That this is how you know we were related. It's the first damn name when I found out saw the eye patch. That was the comment nickname because they were all like, "I love you too, Unc. Trust me, I love you too." You shit, fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, because I was thinking of like dudes with eye patches. Yeah, I could have gone to like
Snake
black.
Plissken is the only thing that matters on that one because Drew fits that bill. So he
Yeah.
would be Snake Plissken in my eyes.
Yeah,
But
because Escape from Las Vegas coming soon.
escape from LA,
to
escape from Vegas, escape from the Vegas from the Vegas Strip. Boom.
Escape from Scotland as well. But, yeah, or at least Escape from Scotland Yard.
Who's our next
Hey,
contestant?
yeah. Anywho's, yeah, but yeah, if Drew has to win this match though, because truth be told, Lord knows if he loses, ugh,
We'll never hear the end of it. Can't confirm.
oh, yeah. Speaking of people who'll never let us hear the end of anything, yeah, yeah, Logan Paul is about to have a. It's going to have a phenomenally bad experience when he goes one on one with phenomenal AJ Styles.
AJ Styles needs to win this match because, quite frankly, it's been a while since we've seen that AJ Styles of old, that TNA style AJ Styles, the one that came out hoodie, sucker mom haircut,
Hmm.
pissed off, not giving a rat's ass about anybody else. I like that AJ. I think that's what Karrion's trying to go for. And big congrats to Karrion on his victory over the weekend because yeah, that was a badass fight. But I like AJ this one because quite frankly, Logan Paul is one of those sorry sacks of shit that needs to get bitch slapped like there's no damn tomorrow. To the fact that basically YouTube is got a stranglehold on everything else and every other creator, including Breacher Brothers. But Logan Paul and Jake Paul can post up dry humping a fucking homeless person and get clicks and views. Fuck you, Logan Paul. AJ Styles wins that match. I don't even give a shit.
Then, on principle alone, I want AJ to win this match because, well,
Oh god.
it's Logan Paul. Yeah.
Oh gee.
And
When I see
that's
you,
like,
Sam,
I want a Styles clash. Yeah. I said I wanted a Styles clash him. I wanted a phenomenal forearm from him.
I want an
I already know the
RKO. I want him to get
spiral
pointed in
tap.
the skull. I want a Stone Cold Stunner. See?
Yeah.
Even my uncle,
Calf crusher.
who does not watch this shit, who does not watch wrestling, even he is calling it. Thank you,
Yeah.
Unc. I love you. You are
Yeah.
my spirit animal right now.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Although
Damn.
I am going to say this, there's like,
What?
although I do know there's going to be a high spot coming in this one because, well, you can't have a Logan Paul match without one.
Oh, you
Yeah.
got one? I mean, all you gotta do is basically just like it's like if you want to sit here and just give him an RKO as he's diving, just give him an RKO through a table. Hell, I'm good with that. Fuck it.
Yeah. Or
I
or
want
if you-
I
or if
want
you-
him to retire. I want Logan Paul to retire from wrestling because as much as your brother has been getting lucky, neither one of y'all are shit, and you're not about that life. And watching y'all get your asses kicked on a nightly basis, ooh, too sweet.
Yeah. That's like, actually, if he tries to go Hangman again, maybe that would be another way to catch him. Like, maybe he goes for his like version of a buckshot, and then AJ just gets short of Pele. Him. Hey, by the way, if that happens, WWE cut me my check. Yeah.
WWE already owes us enough checks anyway. Triple H just ain't got the balls to sit here and pony up.
And
What's our next one on this card for Sunday? Because I know that it's getting close to that time.
Yep. All right, it did. Well, we only got 2 matches left, and of course, we got the tag team titles with the Liv and Raquel against Lyra and now was supposed to be Bailey, but now after she got laid out yesterday, yeah. Now, Pierce is saying Lyra's got to pick a new partner in 24 hours. So, who exactly is Lyra going to get? Number one, and then two, will they somehow pull off an upset and get those titles?
The answer would be yes. I have not really determined in my head of who they could grab, but between NXT, TNA, AAA, and the fact that we've had some ones from AEW who have already passed that duration of, they can't compete with another company. Don't be surprised if there is some crazy shit happening. I see, no matter what it comes down to it, I see Liv and Raquel losing these tag titles tonight or tomorrow. Well, I guess tonight, if you happen to know what time zone you're in. I see them losing these titles just because of the fact that, let's be realistic, it's one of those situations where you could get Lyra Valkyria and Santina Marella out there, and you still get themselves a damn good show. But that's just me. But I see Liv and Raquel losing these titles and a lot of shenanigans on the Raw after Mania.
Let's see. Pick a partner. Yeah. Who would make sense for Lyra? I would think out of if you had a yeah, I know like a lot of people are thinking Becky, but I think she's like still enjoying her time off. So that's
wait. Doesn't Becky have a receipt for Liv?
Nah, she already cashed that one in.
No, she owes it.
Nah, because she got it at War Games, remember?
She got it at War Games, but if I'm not mistaken, Liv versus Becky for the women's title was the last match that Becky had.
Nah. Ooh, you're right.
Yeah. It's always good when the Mon comes around to collect the debt.
Yep.
But even between her and even somebody else who has not been around but is still part of WWE, maybe Liv and Raquel are not ready for her. My birth twin, my birthday twin. I am all about it. If I don't see Asuka or Becky Lynch tomorrow night, I'm going to find Triple H and punch him in the face. And I'm sure they'll still be in Vegas when it's all said and done. So that should make it fun.
I could think of some surprise if you want to really mix this one up a little bit.
Haven't we been doing that already? Cooking it up?
Yeah. But I was about to say, maybe Lyra goes for power. Yeah, and maybe she'll be graced with the partner.
Only in Vegas can you sit here and watch Jordan for 3.
That's right. I was like, yeah, Jordan Grace. Yeah, it's about to say, got a juggernaut for a partner. Yeah, I agree with that one. Let's see. Well, but if you want to really go out the box, how about another champion?
Are you talking about maybe a little bit of a little coup de vainqueur?
That could have been one option. But I was thinking maybe you make Liv and Raquel feel a little envious. Let's see. Wait a minute. What did there's something envy? Isn't there something? Yeah, you make them feel a little green.
The possibilities seem to be endless if it does start to be that way. Because I wouldn't mind seeing a puppet or two at tomorrow night's Mania.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing somebody feel the wrath. If nothing else. But that's
I was like, if Nick Hunt's want to talk about the AEW starts jumping the ship and whatever, but
who the hell knows at this very juncture, the way that this thing's been going?
Yeah.
this is a good start to basically just the war period. Fuck the
Yeah.
Monday night, Friday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, just the war. It would
Yep.
just make it good.
All right, and then last but certainly not least, our main event. Will the nightmare continue, or will John Cena get number 17?
Now, see, here's the biggest one. I'm actually looking forward to this only because of the fact that there's a part of me that wants to see him get it, only so that he can just get the fuck out of Dodge and get his ass kicked by Randy Orton at WrestleMania Backlash in Randy and I's hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. But now I'm just kind of like, son of a bitch. I kind of want Cody to basically send his ass off in the sunset. So I'm still 50-50 on this one for the moment. Either way, maybe this is as close as John Felix Anthony Cena is going to get to a little bit of gold to go home with. Maybe go on to WWEshot.com, just for old time's sake. I like John Cena in this one only so that way the record does get broken, because in this very juncture, whatever happens in Vegas does stay in Vegas. I feel a swerve, no pun intended, and no foreshadowing involved. I feel a swerve coming in this one. John breaks the record, but he does not walk out of Vegas with the title.
Yeah. Yes, normally how they've been doing these 2-night manias. Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed a little pattern. Heel usually wins one night, which means face usually wins the other.
But then
So
again,
it's-
when it comes to the world titles, though, it's been
yeah.
face wins, heel wins. But last year we had heel, face, face. Because we
No.
had Drew win,
Yep.
Breach cash in, win title, Cody finished the story. So
Yeah.
we had
Let's just go by
Drew
how
win.
like the main events go about, because it was like, since Seth won tonight, more than likely, I'm kind of feeling Cody wins this one tomorrow.
But would Seth really be the heel, or Paul Heyman be the heel in this scenario? You
Oh,
have?
if anything, you just created a. If anything, you probably just did like a double turn, even though Heyman was already. You pretty much did a double turn because you just had Heyman and Seth go heel. But as far as much as I would love, the entire wrestling world to like lose their shit and
They're going to lose their shit.
bitch even more about Cena winning number 17. Yeah. Yeah, because yeah, I still got this feeling like something's gonna happen on the Raw after Mania when it comes to this championship. And it's like,
How about
I
four
don't know
simple
what
words?
specifically. Yeah.
How about 4 words?
Uh,
Here comes the pain,
yeah, I forgot it.
or
Back.
better yet, Suplex City, bitch.
Yeah.
We always can go that option. I feel like as much
Or
WWE's actually pulling it smart this time,
yeah,
because we haven't heard nothing about Malachi Black.
yeah.
We ain't heard nothing about a double swerve. We ain't heard nothing about Brock
Oh,
Lesnar coming
hey,
back.
I can think of one extra thing that can happen. Yeah, because there's also one other person Cody has an issue with. Yeah. And speaking of WrestleMania main events, you smell it?
Oh, you think Final Boss?
Hey, remember, he did pin Cody last year. And he did say he was coming for that championship.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I get that part. Except
Yeah.
for Yeah,
I remember
honestly,
he tell Cody he'd get him when he was least expecting it.
this is true. And I guess the biggest thing for me is that what we're gonna get? Is that what we're gonna get tomorrow night? Because if you are stuck on what happened tonight, everything from start to finish, you are not prepared for tomorrow. And bear in mind, tomorrow happens to be night 2 of WrestleMania. Tomorrow also happens to be the DC versus San Antonio for all of our UFL fans. It also happens to be day 2 of the NBA and NHL legitimate playoffs. And not to mention, it also happens to be Easter
Yep.
for the kids. For the kids.
Okay.
And it also happens to be 420 for our resident stoners.
Yeah.
To say the least,
You up
we
with
got
the
a lot
Afro-Man.
going on Sunday. Sunday is going to be packed.
Wait, that's like, now that you brought that up, I wonder if Afroman says, I smoked and stroked the Easter Bunny, and I know why. Hey, hey, cause I got high, cause I got high, because I got high.
Muzzle tough, muzzle tough, muzzle tough.
And I was about to say, just for the record, if yeah, by the way, if I catch any, yeah, and I actually meant to see if anybody had like any pictures of like Easter bunnies smoking right now, because like since Easter is 420.
Have you seen Facebook? Do not be surprised if you sit here and find a plethora of. In fact, that you just sat here and just said that on a live, on
Yeah.
YouTube, on Facebook, on
Yeah.
Twitch,
Yeah.
and most likely probably it'll end up finding.
I'm guessing they're already up right now because right now, well, in about like a little less than 2 minutes, it's about to be midnight in the Central Time Zone, so it's going to be there. It's already midnight over here, so there's probably already people starting it already.
I mean, it's the perfect time in the world. You can sit here and actually go out Easter egg hunting with your kids, and sit here and hit your bong before you go there. Not encouraging it, just stating the obvious. Which
Or either that, or it's like, or if you want to like reverse it, like take the kids on the Easter egg hunt. Then, if you need to relax after they drive you nuts, then you hit the ball.
which brings us, I believe this brings us to the tail end.
Yep.
Night 1's in the books. Night 2 is tomorrow. As you can tell, we gold out.
Yeah, and the champ is here.
The champ is here. As I said before, folks, we are just getting
Sorry,
warmed up.
Jadakiss.
I'm almost certain they'll be fine with it. If they're not, you know where to find me. Folks, we will have a full post show tomorrow night for night 2. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that's going to want to sit here and talk about it. I'm going to try my hardest. Maybe I'll attach my Bluetooth speaker to this one, but we are going to go ham. We're going to make it good. We're going to make it to the point where everybody can consider a show. And for those on TikTok who joined me earlier, thanks for that. We're just getting started.
And speaking of ham, so yeah, matter of fact, yeah, that'd be a perfect thing since it is Easter. Extra honey.
Especially. And when we sit here and actually go off the air tonight, I want you to keep in mind, folks, you can always sit here and go right over to TikTok. Our bro, Mr. Team Bring It, Chris, is actually sitting here most likely. In fact, I can probably guarantee Heels for Life is definitely doing a podcast tonight as they're trying their hardest to just do what they do best and make it fun.
Or either that, or probably some point tonight, or sometime.
I feel like,
or before night 2. I'll say it that way.
I feel like that they would probably sit here and be all about it in every sense of the word, and we're gonna be all about that one. Also, if you have a chance to basically sit here and send your thoughts, prayers, condolences to the family of Jax Dane, definitely send that. So at least that way, his family knows that you guys give a damn. Because let's be realistic, you may not have known Jax Dane, but if you need to basically sit here and look him up, we have you covered for that one as well. Just go back a couple of days when we were sitting here talking about it. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's good. We are all about it. Rocket Reese, you got anything you want to throw out there before we finally wrap this up?
Nope. All I just gotta say is more cowbell, happy Easter, and everybody. Yeah, for those of you who are smokers,
Fucking cowboy.
yeah, just have it, Joe. Yeah, just light a few up, okay?
And I'm going to sit here and say flat out to all the stuff that we didn't get to sit here and cover, because yes, we still have to cover the situation with Kyron Lacey, which I believe we'll cover probably either Monday night or Tuesday night, depends on what mood I'm going to be in. But we have night 2 of WrestleMania starting up in less than 24 hours. We have Stanley Cup playoffs. We have NBA playoffs. We got the last game of week 4 of the UFL starting up. I'm glad we got your attention, AJ. Now it's just a matter of what are you going to do with it now that we got it? On behalf of my broham, and yes, we're going to be nice about it, to the man himself, Rockin' Reese, a.k.a. Angelo Rockins, a.k.a. the OG himself, a.k.a. the smooth operator known as Ric Flair.
Woo!
I have been the myth, the legend, the man himself. I am a god amongst them. I am Capitan Ford, a.k.a. El Capitan, a.k.a. the Captain. Ron Johnson, this has been Slammin, Stackin, and Clappin with the Captain.
Yeah, he's gonna spend Carmen Electra's birthday with her.
You know what, Carmen, you gotta stop calling me. My wife is getting a little bit pissed off. She's starting to get a little upset. Try to have yourselves a good night, folks. We'll have you a good one. And you know what? Just for old time's sake, do you want to do it now, or do you want to wait till we finish night 2?
Let's do it night 2.
Fair enough. For now, we just leave you as you have come to whose house?
Swerve's house.
Thanks and good night, folks. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Tom. But the main thing is, you bunch of fuckers, despite the provocation from the cavalry, no fighting. Oi! No fighting. No fucking fighting. No fighting. No fucking fighting! Good. Get the fucking...
All right, listen up, guys. We got this new wrestler, Trick Williams. We're trying to separate him from his current partner, Carmelo Hayes, and we need a theme song that's really going to deliver and give him that push as a single star. What are we thinking? I brought in my boy to lay down a beat, and I'm just going to let you guys decide the rest. So why don't you drop that beat?
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm gonna tell you something straight off the motherfucking press. I ain't coming for no foolishness.
The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!